A very good evening and welcome to Prime TV News, coming to you live and direct from the Prime TV studios with me, Abrar Abid. Now, before we go into our stories in detail, let's take a look at our headlines. Katunayaka Airport is on the alert to fight coronavirus. Jayampati Vikramaratne resigns from his post. New app for medical tests for driving licenses. Mahapula to be paid on the 15th of every month. US Senate adopts impeachment trial rules. In our lead story, applications can now be made through an app for medical examination to obtain driving license. The launch of the new app was held under the patronage of Minister Mahinda Amaravira. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa undertakes inspection tours in state-owned organizations to provide maximum service to the public through them and making them efficient entities. Accordingly, the President recently visited the Department of Motor Traffic to look into affairs of the department and inquire difficulties faced by the people. The usual way of obtaining medical reports for having the driver license to visit the National Transport Medical Institute, Nugegoda, and due to the rush, the people had to stand in long queues for facing medical tests. The new app was introduced to solve those problems. The new app will allow people to set aside the date and time for the medical examination. People can register for the app by visiting the www.ntmi.lk website. The new system will be effective from Monday. UNP's National List MP Dr. Jayampati Vikramaratne has resigned from his post. Deputy Speaker Ananda Kumarasiri informed Parliament today that he has tendered his resignation letter. Dr. Jayampati Vikramaratne entered Parliament in 2015. In more news at home, Minister Bandula Gunawardena states that a program of granting Mahapula scholarships by the 15th of every month has been formulated. The minister made this statement participating at the opening of the official website of the Mahapula Trust Fund. www.mahapula.lk official website was launched at the Ministry of Innovation. This website contains information on the Mahapula Fund and how it is paid out every month. The minister also stated that steps have been taken to settle the due Mahapula payments that were not paid in recent months. The minister further stated that secured and protected milieu for students to continue their studies in universities will be created. The driver of parliamentarian Patali Champika Ranavaka appeared before the Colombo Magistrates Court today to issue a confidential statement. Dilum Thusithukumara, the driver of Patali Champika Ranavaka, is accused of injuring a youth driving a car. The accident occurred at Rajagiri in 2016. The suspect had previously requested for a confidential statement regarding the incident. Accordingly, the suspect had been cross-examined before Colombo Additional Magistrate Kanchana Niranjala Silva for nearly 10 minutes. The defense attorney stated that the magistrate had asked him whether he would make the statement voluntarily. Accordingly, the suspect is to issue his statement at a future date. The suspect has been released on 2 personal bails of 250,000 rupees. Meanwhile, it was confirmed in court that the body of the suicide bomber Mohammed Ibrahim Ilham Ahmed, who carried out the attack at the Cinnamon Grand Hotel in Colombo, was buried. The CID informed the 4th Magistrates Court that the Timbirigasiaya Divisional Secretary had informed him that the bomber's body was buried. The head of the bomber was previously identified by his father and father-in-law. As a result, it was ordered to be buried. The magistrate ordered the CID to submit reports on further investigations into the incident on the 18th of next month. State Minister Mahinda Ananda Aludgamage states that applications for government employment opportunities for members of the low-income families should be submitted to the relevant divisional secretary, not to the Grama Niladaris.
He said
this at a press conference held at the Prime Minister's office. State Minister Mahinda Ananda Aludgamage noted that a multi-purpose development task force has been set up by the government to organize the recruitment process and mobilize the employees. He added that the relevant advertisement has been published on newspapers and the filed applications should be submitted to the divisional secretaries via Grama Niladaris. He noted that the applicants should be endorsed endorsed by the respective Grama Niladaris regarding their income level, and the recruitment will be done based on an interview. Addressing the media briefing, Minister of State Kehalaya Rambukwala stated that those who lose the next general election will not be given the national list positions. He highlighted that the aim of the national list is to allow opportunity to intellectuals to be part of policy making. The State Minister noted that no politician who would be refused by the people will be given national list positions. In more local news, Minister Chamal Rajapaksa says that the Ministry of Agriculture will be shifted to the Govijana Mandira, Battaramulla next week. The minister made these comments at a media conference held at the Parliament complex. He added that no proper procedures have been followed when hiring the private building for the Ministry of Agriculture. He also said that though the agreement which has been signed to transfer the Ministry of Agriculture to the private building has not been expired yet, the Cabinet of Ministers took a special decision to shift the ministry to the Govijana Mandira again. In more news at home, Sri Lanka Freedom Party spokesman MP Veerakumara Dissanayake says that it is ridiculous to criticize international agreements by the UNP as it has been unable to endorse even a single agreement within the party. He said that at a media conference held at the party headquarters. He added that the SLFP would extend its fullest support to the president to obtain two-thirds majority in parliament, extending the mandate of the president who obtained 6.9 million votes in the presidential elections. Veerakumara Dissanayake pointed out that Sajid Premadasa, who is demanding to scrap international agreements, for instance, MCC, SOFA and ACSA, has forgotten that those agreements were upheld by the UNP itself. He highlighted that the SLFP will appoint new organizers for the vacant electorates that were led by MPs like SB Dissanayake, Dilan Pereira and AHM Fauzi. 3 special machines have been installed at the Katunayaka airport to prevent the spread of coronavirus in Sri Lanka. These machines automatically monitor the temperature of the body of passengers arriving in the country and diagnose the symptoms. Arrangements have been made to send the possibly infected persons to the IDH hospital immediately. A suspect was arrested with 4 ivory pearls in the Hinguragoda area. It has been revealed that these were said to be sold for 5 million rupees. They are to be sent to the government analyst to obtain a report. German scientist Donald Peter educated Minister Pavitra Vaniarachi about a non-toxic and sustainable method of eradicating mosquito larvae. The minister advised the officials to look into the possibility of using the new method in adversely affected areas. The body of an elephant suspected to have been killed 2 months ago has been recovered from the Dalukkama area in Siambala Gasvava. The ivory has been taken away by some people and the head of the animal was handed over to the Kataragama Wildlife Office. A suspect was arrested in Kandy with a large quantity of cigarettes smuggled into the country. The market value of the stock exceeds 500,000 rupees. Meanwhile, 16 people have been injured in wasp attack in Helboda estate. They are being treated at Bogavantalava and Dikoya hospitals. A female student of the medical faculty of the Jaffna University has been murdered. The villagers have taken steps to hand over the killer of the medical student to the police. The victim was a resident of Beruwala, a third-year student of the Jaffna Medical Faculty. The murder suspect is said to be a security force member. The murder is believed to have been caused due to a dispute over a love affair. In more local news, Ambassador of China Cheng Zuyuan states that China will extend its fullest support to Sri Lanka's development. He made the comment after meeting with the chief prelates of the Malvathu and Asgiriya chapters. The ambassador of China called on the Most Venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumbangala Thera, chief prelate of the Malvathu chapter, initially. The ambassador of China briefed the Mahanayaka Thera about the Hambantota port and the Colombo port city. Thereafter, he met the Mahanayaka of the Asgiriya chapter, Most Venerable Varakagura Sri Jnanaratana Thera. Following the meeting, the Chinese ambassador expressed his views to the reporters.
China and Sri Lanka are good friends, good neighbors, and good partners. Face the future, we can work together and enhance bilateral relations. At certain time, President Gotabaya will visit China. Today, I visit Kandy to enhance our two countries' Buddhist exchanges.
Minister of State Jayantha Samaravira states that a special archaeological and biodiversity conservation place in Aravakkalu will be gazetted. He made these comments while undertaking an inspection tour. The Minister of State also inspected the workshop of NC Cement Company, which is located near the area named as Biodiversity Conservation Zone in Aravakkalu. The Minister also inquired about the elephant habitats in the vicinity and the survey tower, which was established during the British colonial period. State Minister Tilanga Sumatipala states that the barriers to granting degrees for the students who have completed the courses of higher education in the country will be removed. He made this statement while participating in an inspection tour of the Advanced Technological Institution of Kandy. The Minister of State also discussed with the Board of Directors about the future plans of the organization. Tilanga Sumatipala stated that the laws will be changed to make the organization a degree awarding place. He highlighted that currently around 10,000 students receive higher education diplomas annually, and the government aims to increase the number to 30,000 in the future under the President's vision to make the country replete with technical know-how. In more news at home, the Cabinet approval has been given to amend the Inland Revenue Act, which includes taxation with the view of reviving the economy. The measure has been taken in keeping with the promises made by the government to introduce a simple, efficient tax system. The proposal made by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa as the Minister of Finance, Economic and Policy Development was approved by the Cabinet. The President presented a special Cabinet memorandum at the first Cabinet meeting held after the new government came to power to commence the economic revival. It was also decided to introduce an easy tax administration system, and accordingly the proposal made by the Prime Minister will be presented to Parliament for approval following Cabinet endorsement. Let's now take a look at the very latest in the business arena. A group of journalists representing Belgium and French media institutions are visiting Sri Lanka. They have come to Sri Lanka as part of a program to popularize Sri Lanka as a tourist destination in the post-Easter Sunday attack. The delegation, comprising of 20 media institutions, visited several tourist attractions in Sri Lanka. Speaking at a press conference, they said Sri Lanka is a safer and more attractive country to visit.
Your country, is wonderful. There is so many things from north to south, from west to east, to visit the center of the country too. And today we take the train. It was a nice experience. It will be a good opportunity to have regular flights.
Managing Director of the Sri Lanka Tourist Board, Concessions de Salon and Theme Resort and Spa, Chandra Vikramasinghe, and a leading travel agency in France have organized the event. State Minister Arundhika Fernando and Chairperson of the Tourist Board, Kirmali Fernando, were also present in the press briefing. And that is all the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for the very latest. For the Prime TV News team, I'm Abrar Abid. A very good evening and take care.